The WNBA just experienced the most transformative free agency period in the history of the league. The salary cap jumped from $1.5 million to $7 million. Player salaries increased by 400%. Teams have money to spend, and players have the leverage to demand it. The result is a reshuffling of talent that is going to completely redefine the competitive landscape of this league. And the person who made all of it possible just made the biggest move of the week herself. Nneka Ogwumike, 10-time All-Star, 2016 MVP, and WNBA president, is the woman who literally negotiated the new CBA that is making all of these deals possible. And now she is returning to the Los Angeles Sparks, the franchise that drafted her #1 overall in 2012. After 2 seasons with the Seattle Storm, Nneka is heading home. She's 35 years old, but her 2025 numbers tell a different story. 18.3 points, 7 rebounds, 51.2% from the field, and 36.7% from 3. Those are all-star numbers on any roster in the league. She posted a video on social media showing the Hollywood sign morphing into her name, with the caption, "It was always see you later. Now I'll see you soon." The Sparks already have Kelsey Plum, Cameron Brink, and Derica Hamby on the roster. Add Nneka Ogwumike, and you have a starting lineup that is a legitimate playoff contender. The Sparks have not made the postseason since 2020. That drought is about to end. There are also confirmed reports that the Sparks are in discussions with the Chicago Sky to trade Rickea Jackson for Ariel Atkins. If that deal goes through, Los Angeles goes from a bottom feeder to a Western Conference threat overnight. Now, let's talk about the move that locked in the most dangerous backcourt in women's basketball. Kelsey Mitchell has officially signed a 1-year supermax contract with the Indiana Fever worth $1.4 million. That number is historic. Mitchell is the first player in franchise history to surpass the $1 million mark. She went from making $250,000 last season to $1.4 million this season, a 560% raise, and she earned every single penny. In 2025, she averaged 20.2 points per game, led the league in three-pointers made, was named first-team All-WNBA for the first time in her career, and finished 5th in MVP voting. In the playoffs, she averaged 22.3 points per game and dropped 34 points in Game 1 of the semifinals against the Aces. Caitlin Clark went on national television and made the Fever's priority clear. "Our first priority is to sign Kelsey Mitchell back. She is my running mate in the backcourt. She makes it really easy for me." The Fever listened. The deal is done, and the most lethal backcourt in women's basketball is officially reunited. Clark also added, "We were trying to win it all last season. That is what we are trying to do this year. I think we're going to be the favorite to win it all." That is not a prediction. That is a declaration. There is one detail about Mitchell's contract that every Fever fan needs to understand. This is the last time Indiana can use the core designation on Mitchell. Starting in 2027, players with 7 or more years of service cannot be courted, which means after this season, Mitchell becomes a true unrestricted free agent. The Fever have 1 year to prove to her that Indiana is where she should spend the rest of her career. The Las Vegas Aces are not waiting around either. Jackie Young has agreed to a 1-year max contract worth $1.19 million, making her one of the first 7-figure players in WNBA history. A'ja Wilson confirmed she's staying. Chelsea Gray did not just return. She signed a fully guaranteed 3-year, $3 million deal to remain in Las Vegas. That is a statement of intent from a franchise that has no plans of stepping down from the throne. And on top of that, Jewell Loyd is also finalizing a deal to join the Aces. Wilson, Young, Gray, and now Loyd. The defending champions did not just reload, they upgraded. They beat the Fever in 5 games in the semifinals and defeated the Mercury in the finals last season. Until someone takes the crown from them, they are the standard every other team is chasing. The New York Liberty came into this free agency looking like a team that was simply standing pat, but they have done anything but. Breanna Stewart made her position clear. "Good luck to everybody else in free agency, but I am not part of that." She and Sabrina Ionescu are both confirmed returning. Jonquel Jones is reportedly coming back as well. And then the Liberty went further. Former Phoenix Mercury forward Satou Sabally, a three-time All-Star who helped Phoenix reach the finals last season, is reportedly signing a multi-year deal with New York. The Liberty won the 2024 championship. They kept their core intact and then added one of the most versatile forwards in the league on top of it. The one legitimate question surrounding New York is whether the culture remains intact under their new head coach, who replaced Sandy Brondello after she departed to lead the expansion Toronto Tempo. Speaking of Brondello, she left the Liberty to build something from the ground up, and she's already building it aggressively. The Toronto Tempo, an expansion franchise in their first year of existence, signed Marina Mabrey and Brittany Sykes to 2-year max contracts worth over $1 million annually each. That's $1 million backcourt for a brand new team. The Tempo aren't building for the future. They're building to win right now. The Atlanta Dream made one of the most impactful moves of the entire period. They acquired Angel Reese from the Chicago Sky in exchange for 2 first-round picks. The Dream went 30-14 last season. Adding one of the best rebounders in the game to an already strong roster makes them a genuine threat in the Eastern Conference. The Dallas Wings entered this free agency quietly, but they left it with one of the most complete offseason hauls in the league. They traded Diamond Miller to the Connecticut Sun for Rhea Marshall, a cap-clearing move to position themselves for the #1 overall pick. Paige Bueckers is on the clock. Nneka Ogwumike received a poor qualifying offer and is expected back. And then Dallas made the move nobody saw coming. They signed Alana Smith, the co-defensive player of the year, to a 3-year max contract. Smith averaged 9.6 points, 5.1 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 1.9 blocks, and 1.3 steals last season in Minnesota. She's a rim protector who can shoot threes. She's elite on both ends, and now she's in Dallas. If Dallas drafts Bueckers and surrounds her with Ogwumike and Smith, they are not just an exciting young team. They are a legitimate contender in the making. Now to the teams that lost this free agency. The Chicago Sky came in as the biggest question mark in the league, and their answers have been mixed at best. They lost Angel Reese. They're potentially losing Ariel Atkins in the Sparks trade. They signed Skylar Diggins to a 2-year contract, which is a real addition. Diggins is a veteran guard who brings experience and scoring. But one veteran signing does not fix an organization that is still practicing in a public recreation center and still dealing with the dysfunction that has been driving stars away for over a decade. Diggins helps. Nothing else about this situation does. The Seattle Storm are in a full rebuild. They lost Ogwumike, they fired head coach Noel Quinn, they could still lose Gabby Williams and Brittany Sykes. This roster is being dismantled piece by piece. Recovery could take years. The Minnesota Lynx courted Napheesa Collier, which was the most predictable move of the offseason. But the losses around her are real. Natisha Haydeman strongly hinted at her departure by posting a goodbye montage on social media. And Alana Smith, their co-defensive player of the year, just signed with Dallas. If both are gone, the Lynx defense, which was the best in the league last season, takes a serious and immediate hit. That brings us back to the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Michaela Timken are under contract. Mitchell is signed at the supermax. Lexi Hall is a restricted free agent expected to return. Sophie Cunningham is an unrestricted free agent with both sides wanting a deal. That's 6 players. 6 players who went to the semifinals last year, who have championship-level chemistry, and who know exactly what it feels like to be 5 minutes away from the finals and come up short. The Fever have approximately $3.6 million in cap space and the number 10 pick in the upcoming draft. The 2 primary free agent targets they were tracking, Alana Smith and Azura Stevens, are off the board. Smith went to Dallas. Stevens signed a 3-year, $1 million deal back with the Chicago Sky. That's the reality of this free agency period. The market moved fast, and Indiana now needs to find value elsewhere. Kennedy Burke remains a realistic and fitting target, a veteran forward who understands winning basketball and fits the Fever system. The number 10 pick becomes even more critical now. Indiana needs that selection to land a player who can contribute immediately, not in 2 years. The path to a championship in Indiana just got narrower overnight, but Clark and Mitchell is still the best backcourt in women's basketball. Aaliyah Boston is still a top 10 player in the league,
and Stephanie White is still the coach, who took this group to Game 5 of the semifinals with half the roster on crutches.
The foundation is elite. The margin for error in free agency just shrank, and that makes the WNBA draft on Monday the most important draft pick this franchise has had in years. The WNBA draft is Monday. Training camp opens April 19th. The season tips off May 8th. The arms race is fully underway, and the most important 48 hours in women's professional basketball are already in the books.
Drop thoughts in the comments, like, share, subscribe to Fast Break Daily